All right, our next step is going to be to make some bends on this. So we're going to use our metal brake for that. So what we'll do, we'll set those up so that we can get our metal under there. It's very important to pay attention to the direction that this metal is and making sure that we also bend in the right spots on this. So the very first bend that I'm going to make is not going to be the full bend, but rather just a partial bend to help me down the road on the later step. So I'm going to lock this down onto my 1-inch mark, okay? And I'm going to take this, I'm going to grab it by the handles here, I'm going to bend it up a little bit, maybe about like that. I don't want to bend too much yet. Unlock these. So it should have a bend about like that in it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to get it under there. And I'm going to line it up with my 2-inch mark, which should line up with the bottom of the bead roll that I did earlier. Alright. And I'm going to make this full bend on this one. So I want it to be about a 90-degree bend, roughly. I'm going to unhook it out of there, and I should end up with something about like that. So now that we have these bends going, we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side of the panel. So we're going to lock this down on our 15-inch mark. We want to make sure and get it perfectly exact. And we're going to do a partial bend again. Don't bend it all the way. We're going to unhook it. We're going to flip it around. We're going to lock it down on our 14-inch mark. Again, making sure that it is exactly where we want it to be. And we're going to make our full bend with this. Again, about a 90 is what we're looking for. Unhook it. And we should have similar bends on both sides now. Our last steps in this will be finishing these partial bends that we made at our 1-inch mark and our 15-inch mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the vise a little bit here. I'm going to slide my sheet metal in here to the 1-inch mark. And I'm going to tighten it down, making sure that I get it exactly where I need it. Maybe a little bit difficult. You may even need 2 people to really get it lined up. But once I get it, I'll lock it down into place. This is probably going to be one of your most difficult steps that you're going to do. We're going to take it, and you have to grab it and bend it back. And it's going to take some work to do it. But after you bend it, you should be able to take it out of the vise and you should have your bend on the end. Actually, next thing that you're going to do is just make sure you flip it around, and you're going to do the same thing on your 15-inch mark, and you'll be done with your panel. All right, I finished up doing my other bend on my 15-inch mark. So once you're done with that, your panel should be done. If you've done it correctly, you'll have a 1-inch bend here, a 1-inch bend here, a bead roll down the bottom, a bead roll here at your 10-inch mark, and then you'll have another 1-inch bend here and another 1-inch bend here. And that is a completed panel.